Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. An even 40 degrees outside, cloudy skies, light sprinkles, a nice slow rain, a little fog out there. Keep that in mind when you're driving this morning. It's getting a little foggy. And the good news, Jack has measured 60 hundredths precipitation as of 7 o'clock this morning. So, hey, that's about as big a jag as we've got in rain for a long, long time all at once. And the nice thing is it came nice and steady, so we're soaking it in. You could get twice that amount really quick and not get the benefit, so we're feeling fortunate, and we may receive some more moisture on the way. So that's about the best news we can have on a Friday morning. It's raining. It's raining. Things are washing off, and things are going to grow out of the ground, and it's going to be green and beautiful. Oh, sorry. There'll be places to hide Easter eggs now. The grass will grow up, and the bunny will be able to hide in the grass, and the Easter bunny will be incognito and being able to put some eggs around the yard when we get closer to Easter. When is Easter this year? Is that coming up pretty soon here, isn't it?
A couple of weeks.
Wow. That's one holiday that you have to kind of check. It bounces around pretty good as far as timeline goes in the springtime. School lunch menus, ladies and gentlemen, on this Friday. And the kids are happy because it's Friday. And that always makes you feel good. If you're a person who works 5 days a week, maybe an 8 to 5er, you're happy. It makes you, I don't know why. Really? Work's fun. Why do we make such a big deal about it? Hump day. Oh, Monday. Hump day. Oh, it's Friday. Ugh.
Wow.
The Arnold schools today, they're having pizza.
Cozad today, some of their choices will include a ham and cheese calzone today, mango habanero chicken bites with garlic toast, and a pizza bar at Cozad today.
Maybe it should be, oh, I'm alive. I'm lucky to be at work. I'm lucky to take Saturday off. I'm just lucky. At the Ansley schools today, they're having mac and cheese along with some fish.
All right, Callaway today, it's nachos today, nacho bar at Callaway.
Oh, I got to pay my taxes. That means I'm alive. That means I've been, productive enough to be able to say I have to pay some taxes. At the Thetford schools today, they're having chicken strips.
Broken Bow today, baked fish and cheese sandwich, cheese, pizza, fresh baked zesty combo sub, and the grill station combo at Broken Bow today, cheeseburger basket.
Or you could say, if you're like filthy rich, oh, I'm filthy rich and I don't have to pay any taxes. At Sargent today at the school, they're having fish or chicken sandwich, chips, baked beans, dinner roll, and milk.
You're still feeling the effects of the shingles shot, aren't you?
Yes, and they have, my wife has been reading, and she does this. She reads and then reports to me what she's read in relation to what's going on. And there is some evidence that shingle shots, the new one, can actually help reduce your chances of dementia.
Oh, okay.
So I just think it just has an immediate effect.
Yeah, man. And Selma Myrna today, baked fish and cheese sandwich, Pizza Hut pizza, and an uncrustable cheese and cracker platter at Anselmo Myrna.
I will say this is the longest and sorest my shoulder has been from a shot.
Well, were you nervous? Were you tensed up when they gave you the shot? That can affect it a little bit.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you the true story there.
Okay.
Very nice lady at Varney's comes in on Tuesdays. She only comes in on Tuesdays. She's a relative of some folks here.
Huh?
Tuffy Winberg.
Oh, yeah,
family.
Sure.
Very nice lady. She's the one that gives the that particular shot.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me. apologize. And it's so hard anymore, folks, to give a compliment. You just have to be careful.
Yeah, true.
But this very nice lady had this really good-looking, kind of a suede shirt on. It was like one you'd wear over another top, and it was kind of a brownish, real neutral but wonderful color. And I just wanted so bad to tell her I really liked her shirt. Mm-hmm. But I also wanted to, because it was one of those materials, just looking at it looked very soft, like it was suede. And my temptation was, that is a beautiful shirt. It looks so soft. Can I touch the sleeve and feel the material? And I just didn't feel like these days, in a room where they shut the door to give you a shot, that's something you should probably, avoid. Can I feel your shirt? Might be a little forward. So I didn't ask her. And maybe she sensed that I liked her shirt, and so she gave me a extra good shot.
Oh, okay.
And that extra good shot probably makes your arm a little sore a little longer. But
yeah.
Does that make any sense at all?
Let's continue with the school lunch menu.
So I'm walking down the street yesterday.
Okay.
I'm walking down the street.
Yeah, Dave's walking down the street.
And I look and there's this wonderful little girl about, I don't know what she would have been, 3, 4, somewhere in there. And she was so cute, and she was, the house that she was out in front of happened to be up on a little hill. And at first she was there on the hill by herself, and then out, and some of the adults came out, a couple of gentlemen came out, and she just started talking to me. And she says, "I'm on the hill." And I said, "Well, you're on the hill up there?" And yes. And she said some other things that I couldn't understand. And I thought, and I kept walking. Because of the world we live in, you want to be careful about children. And it just really bugs me that way, because if you stopped and talked to a little girl like that on top of the hill in front of her house, and there could be somebody that would,
and they didn't know you,
and they didn't know me, which they didn't. They might call you in. They might call the coppers. But fortunately, the adults came out and they realized she was just being really friendly, and they interpreted for me because I couldn't understand her. The wind was blowing a little, it was just, I was far enough away. And she said, Are you going to go to my school? I said, "I'm going to go by your school." And they helped me with that. But that was so much fun. And I don't remember, many years ago where you'd ever concern yourself with that. Walking up to Mom's the other day, and I just happened to be walking by the elementary school, and they were out having recess, and the kids were chirping and screaming and yelling and running, and it was something that you would just naturally want to stop and watch these kids play and have fun. But I thought, well, I better not be hanging outside the fence watching these kids, even though a lot of the people at the school would probably recognize me. I've been around here forever. But isn't that sad?
A little bit. Yes.
I mean, some wonderful things like that you have to be careful with. Now, being in a room alone with a lady giving you a shot and asking her to if you could feel the soft shirt she has on, that's probably pushing it a little bit.
Maybe. All right. We still have some school lunch menus to do. So here's one for Sandhills.
Well, let's do them
in
then.
Dunning.
Let's get them done.
I'm trying.
Get her done. Let's go.
Cheeseburgers at Sandhills today.
At the Prairie Pioneer Center today, ham and beans, cottage cheese, cornbread, and fruit. The number to call, 872-6121 if you haven't been to the lunch, because they kind of like to know how many people are going to be there. And also you can call that same number to set up delivery to your home.
Gothenburg today, made fresh glazed chicken over rice. Pizza Hut pizza, Make It Fresh salad station, fresh baked ham and cheese sub, and a nacho snackable on the menu today at Gothenburg.
Nacho snackable. I suppose this computer sit long enough. I got to put in the...
Got to type in your password.
Well, I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you, folks, right on the air what the code is for this. If you ever want to use this laptop here in the breakfast show room, it's 1280. But
that makes sense.
Every time you let it sit very long, it has to have that PIN code.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be instantaneous and flow the show. And I look over and
that's what it did. It interrupted the flow of the show, didn't it?
Yeah, because it's really going. It's really a great show so far.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's Friday.
Friday, and I'm alive. I paid my taxes. Okay, yeah.
Hey, have you noticed this? I just noticed this. They're listening to us in Belize today.
Oh, the Evanses.
Yeah, the Evanses are out there. Hi, Karen.
Hi, Karen. Hi,
Jeff.
Jeff. Oh, I suppose you're in your swimsuits, getting ready to go snorkeling and catch some fresh fish. Have fish for breakfast. They're alive. They're in Belize.
Yeah, that's right. And it's Friday.
Anybody out there celebrating a birthday today?
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Oh my gosh. It's Iron Man's birthday today.
Nice.
Robert Downey Jr. is 60 today.
Wow.
He's been in lots of different movies. A recent Oscar winner, has been in the Sherlock Holmes film and many, many others. Happy birthday to Robert Downey Jr. Clive Davis. Now, this might not be a recognizable name to you. He is 93 today. Music executive, was the head of the Columbia Artist and J Records, who is known for signing many famous artists, huge artists, including Bruce Springsteen, Santana, and Whitney Houston. So he had ability to know talent and put it on records. And Craig T. Nelson is 81 today.
Oh, Coach.
The Coach. 49 and, 80. It's 81?
Probably, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Coach Hayden Fox.
I didn't think he was quite that old. 81, yep. And he also was on Young Shelton and some other sitcoms and some movies, The Incredibles and Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were big films. So if you're having a birthday, you're celebrating a birthday with those folks today. Happy birthday to you. Let's play the game and see if we can give away a fabulous prize to one of our wonderful listeners on this beautiful rainy Friday.
Absolutely. And the prize today is a drink from the Secret Garden. Now, as we go through the spring and certainly into the summer, if you have an event or a festival coming up and you'd like the Secret Garden to be a part of it, please reach out to Kelly and see what they can do. So let's take a look at your question for today. It's our final question of the week regarding Los Angeles, which was incorporated on this day in 1850.
Coming into Los Angeles with a couple of keys. Sorry.
Where did that come from?
That's a song.
Oh. In terms of population among United States cities, where does Los Angeles rank? We're talking population. Where does Los Angeles rank in the United States? Are they second, third, fourth, or first? In terms of population among U.S. cities, where does L.A. rank? Are they second, third, fourth, or first? If you know, call us at 872-2801. You're looking at me.
Is there a category or a choice there? Too many? Too many people?
Oh, just too many people? No, we can add that if you like.
Okay.
Okay.
Call us at 872-2801. What's the prize today?
Drink from the Secret Garden.
Oh, you said
yes,
that.
I did,
thought you
actually,
were,
yes.
I felt like it was a secret.
Oh, Well, in a way it is.
Secret
Yeah,
garden.
Secret garden.
Oh, that wasn't very good. Sorry. All right, call us at 872-2801.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
Good morning.
Hi, this is Andrew Mason. Normally I would say with Pearson PT, but that's no longer the case. We are now Rise Rehab and Performance. As you may have heard, Aaron Nelson and myself took over the clinic at the beginning of the year, and now we are moving forward with a new name. Again, it's Rise Rehab and Performance. Same location, same number, same awesome staff, and the same great care you've come to expect from us. That's Rise Rehab and Performance. Come see us for all your physical therapy needs, 872-5800.
Love is in the air, but so are romance scams, where scammers online pretend to be your perfect match. Then they gain your trust and ask for money. They might claim to need help with an emergency, travel costs, or even investments. But the truth is, they are after your wallet, not your heart. Never send money or financial details to someone you haven't met in person. If in doubt, talk to your bank. Don't let a scam break your heart and your bank account. Stay smart, stay safe. This message brought to you by Nebraska State Bank and Trust Company. Member FDIC.
It's 7:46, and we have a caller on the line. I believe her name is Wendy. Is that correct?
Yes.
Oh, what a wonderful name. I bet
Thank you.
I bet you were happy that you were named Wendy. That's a cool name.
Yeah,
Yeah. So are you happy it's Friday?
I am. Thank
Good.
you.
You bet. Are you happy that you're able to pay taxes to our federal and state governments?
Oh, yes, extremely.
All right.
Okay.
Good.
Very good. I'm with you, Wendy. I had an accountant tell me once, at least on the business side, be happy you're paying taxes. That means your business is successful. You're actually
There you go.
showing a little profit. And
Yes.
I don't know if that works on our personal income taxes, but it means we're doing well and we're paying.
We're at least surviving.
We're surviving. That's right, Wendy. Here's Brent with your question.
All right. In terms of population among U.S. cities, where does Los Angeles rank? Are they second, third, fourth, or first?
First.
No.
They're not?
Not quite. Not quite. Not quite
Okay.
first. So let me give you the choices again. Second, third, or fourth.
How about, I'll go with second.
Yay! Way to go, Wendy! Hey, man, come on. It's Friday.
Yeah.
All right, Wendy,
Right
we've got your name on a certificate here, a little card that'll get you a free drink at the Secret Garden just outside Myrna,
Okay.
Nebraska. So come on out and see us when you can.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Wendy.
Have a great day, guys.
You too. I love that name. There's a song, Wendy. Do you remember the song, Wendy?
It's not coming to me now.
I think it was by the Association.
Oh, sure, now I know it.
Wendy.
No, I'm not familiar with it.
Oh,
Who did you think sang it, though? I don't know if I'm familiar with them either.
I think it was the Associations, maybe.
Associations.
I'm
Okay.
going to see. Now, I'm not sure whether they spelled it.
Are
with
you
an
Googling?
I. I'm going to Google it here
Oh,
on this
nice.
laptop because it hasn't went dormant yet.
Okay, good.
We're going to try Wendy by the Associations. Oh, original. Yeah, I was right.
Oh, wow. Good job, Dave.
They did a lot of what we call Elks dance songs.
Oh,
The Association had a number of kind of light, happy songs that you could kind of dance to, and a few of them were slow. So the Elks dance, the teen dance, you could hear a lot of Association songs. Yeah.
so they would have been back in what, kind of what decade?
Well, you didn't go to the Elks dance too much after you got your driver's license. So you usually went when, the folks had to drop you off or you had to walk up to the Elks Lodge.
Sure.
And every Saturday night, in the winter months especially, but even in the summer, they had teen dances.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm going to guess it would have been in about 66, 7, somewhere in there. Probably says here if I wanted to ruin it. Let's see. 1967.
Hey, there you go, Dave.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that very much.
Man, you're sharp again today.
Well, I'm going to give me another shot. I don't know. I can get used to a sore arm. If that lady in the velvet top gives me another shot, gives me a shot about once a month, I'll be good. I'll be really good. Well, I suppose it'll be a commercial. Yeah, there's a commercial. Hold on, you got to wait for the commercial.
Hang on. Has the skip button shown up yet?
Germans have figured out a way to increase water pressure by 15 times without using any energy.
Oh, Skip.
There you go.
I could play this on the guitar.
Yeah.
Back in the day. Yeah, here we go, Wendy. From 1967. There was 6 members of the association. I don't remember ever seeing a picture of the association. This is a video of them singing Wendy. One of the 6, one guy looks like he could be their dad.
That's a good song. I'm glad you played that. It's a good tune.
They had a lot of songs. We could probably look and see how many songs they had. They had a lot of radio hits because they were kind of in between. Well, if you look, see, they're wearing suits. And they got the long sideburns and the little rim glasses. So it kind of made them presentable to many different parties. And they were kind of a light pop sound, as you can know, kind of more of a harmony sort of thing.
Yeah.
I really didn't like them.
Oh, okay.
But you couldn't.
Well, thanks for being honest.
If you're going to be a hippy dippy man, you wouldn't really like the association.
Oh.
But we were just young hippies then.
I see.
At 13.
You were trying to decide if you were wanting to be a hippie at that moment.
Oh, I knew I wanted to be a hippie.
You knew. All right. Dave knew what he wanted to be when he grew up.
Yep. Yeah, some people want to be cowboys. I wanted to be a hippie. Oh, let's see. Karen Evans from Belize says, no swimsuits yet. No, that's not fair, Karen. But life isn't fair, and we don't care. Because we're alive.
And it's Friday.
It's Friday. I don't even know what to do next. I was going to go over here. I wonder if I could see other association songs, because I think they had a bunch.
Oh, okay.
Let's just type in the association.
Well, I think, yeah.
Now, it could come up a political group, so hold on.
Well, put songs behind that.
Oh, songs of the association?
Well, that would work.
Well, that might be another whole group.
You never know. Yeah, it's true.
All right.
It's a problem with Google. Sometimes you got to sort through it.
Songs of the Association.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you did pretty good there. You typed that fast.
Wow, not bad for an old hippie.
Wow.
All right, let's see. Oh, yeah, look at this.
Yeah?
Okay.
A big list, huh?
Oh, yeah. These were elk stand songs, all right.
Yeah? Some of the titles kind of coming back to you?
Cherish.
Oh.
You remember that one?
No.
Never My Love. Oh, I remember that one, yeah.
Yeah.
That's when you could really dance close.
Yeah. Oh.
That was if you were actually... Well, it was a very complicated thing at elk stances back in the day. You know, you went when you're like 13 or 14 or 15, somewhere in there.
Uh-huh.
You had to be a teen, so you had to be in double digits.
Oh, okay. Did they card you at the door to make sure you were a teenager?
Mr. Williams was almost always the guy that watched us.
Huh.
And he would sit in the doorway, the big doors there, and just watch and make sure everybody was behaving themselves.
Uh-huh.
Other than that, they didn't really have too many rules. You had to wear a suit.
Yeah.
When I first started going, you had to wear a suit and tie like the association. And the girls dressed up. And the girls were on one side and the guys were on the other side.
Uh-huh.
And you would have to build up courage to go across the whole dance floor to ask a girl to dance. And you was always afraid you were going to get turned down.
Yeah.
And then the ladies' choice was a big hit because then the ladies could come over and they would actually, I believe, try to select maybe somebody that they had kind of they were maybe seeking as a boyfriend.
That they liked. Sure.
Yeah. I just, a lot of times, one night I set my own personal record. I can't remember how many times I danced. I just danced with anybody and everybody, every dance.
Wow.
Yeah. And I don't think I got turned down. Some of the other songs, Along Comes Mary. I remember that one pretty well. I don't remember No Fair at All. We Love Us. I don't remember that one. There's more. It says show more.
Wow. So when you were 12, did you have a fake ID to get into the teen dance?
I don't know that 12-year-olds, a lot of 12-year-olds went to the teen dance. I'm guessing more between your 13 and 15-year-olds right in there. But
Yeah.
I don't remember what the actual age limits were on it. Now, when we were 16, we crashed it one night.
Oh.
And, because we were older and we put on suits and went to, and they were fine with us coming in.
Well, that's good.
And then we went up to a dance at Myrna. In the old gym before they tore that school down. They had a dance in there, and they had the little blue light that they put on your.
Oh, sure.
They put a mark.
And then you had to hold it under the light to get in.
Yeah. Well, we got caught because we had a marker in the car.
Oh.
So we marked our hands. Well, we were really not thinking very well. I can't remember. It was an M. We thought it was a 3. I think so. When we put our hands under the blue light, it was a 3.
Simpler times.
I don't remember if they
back
made
then.
us. Yeah, well, we didn't get in big trouble. We got in and did some dancing at Myrna. They didn't have a bunch of dances at the Myrna gym, as I remember. They had a lot of dances at the Callaway Community Hall.
Did they?
The old one before, that where the community center is in Callaway. There was an older building. The Ku Klux Klan built that building.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's where I danced to Inagata Davida.
Wow.
Yeah.
For the whole song?
Yeah.
Wow, you had to be exhausted by the time that was over.
Well, you do get tired of looking at one another dancing to Inagata Davida. News is next here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News special report. Beijing hits back on U.S. tariffs. Futures markets are tanking again. And the government's just released the first monthly jobs report reflecting federal worker firings and early retirements. The Labor Department says employers added a better than expected 228,000 positions last month, following an increase of 151,000 in February. Most were in healthcare, social assistance, and transportation. The unemployment rate up a little to 4.2%. As for the stock market, CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
Buckle up. It's going to be another nasty day on Wall Street. U.S. futures are pointing lower after China said it will impose a 34% tariff on all imported goods from the United States. China's tariff is set to take effect next week on April 10th.
Dow, S&P, and NAS futures all down about 3% right now. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Protect your home and auto with a bundle from Progressive so you can stop worrying about them and invent new things to worry about, like snakes in your bedroom. Sure, that sounds incredibly irrational, but now that we've mentioned it, you are a little worried. The odds of one snake, let alone snakes plural, are so slim. But you might want to check. Oh, you're not near your bedroom. Guess you'll just have to sit there and worry about it. So let Progressive protect your home and auto, because you've got enough to worry about. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Here's a look at Nebraska news. In a story released by KNOP, a World War II veteran who was honored last month by Governor Jim Pillen died in a car crash Wednesday in Scottsbluff along with his daughter. According to the Nebraska State Patrol, 102-year-old Harry Lynn of Scottsbluff was traveling a Buick LaCrosse eastbound on Highway 26 when he attempted to turn north onto West 42nd Street. His vehicle collided with a Ford F-350 at the intersection, pushing both vehicles into a Honda Pilot that was stopped nearby. Lynn and his 65-year-old daughter Sherry Lynn of Scottsbluff died at the scene. The driver of the Honda sustained non-life-threatening injuries, while the driver of the Ford was not hurt. The crash remains under investigation. This has been a Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson reporting for Central Nebraska's News Source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Monsi Bolaños.
It was a close one in LA between the Warriors and the Lakers, but Golden State held on and won it 123-116. Steph Curry led the way with 37 points. In Miami, Ja Morant called game.
Now Morant with 8 seconds, 7 seconds, didn't hurt him. Go out where on Morant, 3 seconds. Morant into the paint, steps in, steps back, fade away at the buzzer. It rattles around and goes down. Ja Morant will send the Grizzlies off to Detroit with a last-second victory.
You just heard it on the Grizzlies Radio Network. They edged the Heat 110-108 on that shot by Morant, who ended with 30 points. The Magic beat the Wizards 109-97 behind Paolo Banchero's 33 points, 18 rebounds, and 8 assists. On the ice, the Jets shut out the Golden Knights 4-0, and the Senators edged the Lightning 2-1.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Rain showers likely today, otherwise cloudy skies expected. Daytime highs approaching 46, southerly winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Mainly clear skies. Tonight, slight chance for mixed precipitation, lows level off around 19. High of 48, tomorrow, mainly clear skies. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
When someone asks me, when is the best time to start saving for retirement, my answer is simple. It's today. Hi, I'm Tim McCaslin.
And I'm Janet Lawhorn,
your local Edward Jones financial advisors. We can help you build a plan for your ideal retirement by identifying your unique goals and help you keep on track to achieve them. The sooner you get started, the better. Call us at 308-872-6849 or visit edwardjones.com to schedule an appointment today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
8:05 is your time, and we're going to go outside with Jack Simpson to find out what it really feels like. Jack, are you getting wet?
Not too much, just very light rain right now. I'll tell you what, some of the worms I'm seeing on the ground, though, you can definitely catch some big old fish with. 41 degrees outside, definitely cloudy and foggy. Winds out of the east up to 5 miles per hour. Barometric pressure at 30.08. Humidity at 96%. The last 24 hours, we picked up 60 hundredths of precipitation. The precipitation for this month is up to 60 hundredths now. High yesterday of 54, overnight low of 38. Sunrise today was at 7:16. Sunset today 8:07.
All right, so you've got some night crawlers out.
I sure do.
That means that's a good soaking rain. When you get a good soaking rain, the crawlers, they've probably been wanting to come out for a long time. Now, I got to be delicate here, Jack, but when night crawlers come out at night on the lawn like that, they're dating.
Oh.
Yeah. That's when more night crawlers are created.
I see.
They don't get a date much underground.
Yeah, I can imagine why.
Yeah. So kind of keep that in mind. Another question that we have is teen dances. Did they have any teen dances up in Taylor when you were a teenager?
Yeah, quite a bit. They usually did either homecoming or prom was usually the main big ones. Every once in a while they do like a Halloween or a winter dance.
More of a holiday type thing.
Yeah, but outside of school.
Yeah.
Outside of school?
Yeah, outside of school, like during the summertime and such. Were there teen dances?
During fair time, yeah.
Oh, fair time. Okay.
Sure.
That's about the only time that I can think of is during fair.
Mm-hmm. Now, when they had those dances, did they have Ladies' Choice?
Sure.
Did you like Ladies' Choice?
Sure.
Did you ever get picked? That's what we're trying to ask, Jack.
Every once in a while.
Oh, good for you.
Good enough. Yeah. Now, we were talking about it off the air. In a way, you like Ladies' Choice because you got to dance with a gal and you didn't have to ask them. But then on the other hand, it's kind of like being, in the backyard of a neighborhood and putting together a little football game and being the last one picked on the team.
Yep.
You kind of had that feeling sometimes.
Yep.
Do you want to be, when you were younger, do you want to be a cowboy or a hippie?
I was completely the opposite. I wanted to be an astronaut.
Huh? Okay.
Way out of my job description, or job league, though, for sure.
Well, don't give up on that goal. You never know.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a rocket going up every day. Maybe you can hitch a ride.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jack Simpson, our weather guide, lets us know how it really feels out there. Now, there was a communication we got in our chat box here this morning from Rex Taylor.
Uh-huh.
And he said what?
Well, he says the association, who you played a moment ago, and the Cowsills, am I saying that right?
Yeah.
The Cowsills are going to be at the Merriman in Kearney on May 2nd.
You are kidding me.
Isn't that crazy?
No way.
And this all started with Wendy calling in to answer the question this morning. And then the next thing you know, it led us to the association, and now we're finding out that they're coming to Kearney. That's neat.
That is, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
thanks, Rex.
I think, Rex, they'd have to have some new members. Looking at the video this morning, those guys, well, yeah, in 67, they were probably in the 18 to early 20s age. So they could still be breathing.
Yeah.
I don't know if they could be going on tour and singing, but that's they have a lot of songs, so that'll be enjoyable. Now, the Cowsills, help us out there. You can text us, go to Sandhills Express and give us a message here. The Cowsills, did that spin off of a TV show in the 1970s, maybe?
Well, you're asking the wrong guy. A little bit before my time. I don't know if I can help you. You want me to Google?
I'll do it over here because if they have, I think they did. Did they do hair? Gleaming, flaxen, waxing.
I don't know.
Okay, going over here to the computer. Going to put it on. We're going to go to YouTube search.
Okay.
And we're going to go Cal Sales.
All right.
I want to see there. That's 2 L's. Cal Sales. Yeah, they did hair.
Oh.
So yes, yes. The Cal Sales. In 1969. But what was the TV show?
I don't know. Wish I could help you.
Man, the Cal Sales did hair. What else did they do? That was the one that probably you would remember.
Cotner's texting.
Oh, he would know.
Well, first off, he says yes on hair, and we've discovered that. Was that the song, Hair?
Yes, Hair.
Okay. And he says 1960s.
Yeah, 67.
Okay.
It shows here. But I wonder about the TV show, because the lead singer for the Cal Sales then was kind of a heartthrob.
Oh.
You know, like where the girls would have a poster in their bedroom of the guy.
I see.
Yeah. Now, if we knew all of this information, it wouldn't be near as much fun.
Rex just chimed in.
Ah!
Partridge Family, he said.
The Partridge Family. Yeah. That's right, the Partridge Family. That's it.
She asked him why I'm a hairy.
Singing about that beautiful thing called hair.
Yeah. I'm glad you played that today. I'm actually getting a haircut today. is the plan. So that was kind of cool.
That is ridiculous. That particular video was of the current CalSILS group.
Uh-huh.
So I'm assuming that some of the members from the original CalSILS in 1969 are going to be on stage May 2nd in Kearney at the Merriman.
Yeah, neat.
And they sounded good. They sound really good. What a great song about how you should grow out your hair.
Yeah. Larry Contner must be a CalSILS fan because he gave us other songs. The Rain, you remember that?
I don't.
Okay. The Park and Other Things for the CalSILS.
Well,
I don't know.
Like I say, he was a heartthrob. The girls would have a poster of him on the wall.
Uh-huh.
And he was also related to somebody very famous who we just had a birthday.
Oh, you know what? I bet that was all one title. What do you think about that? The Rain, the Park, and Other Things. I thought it was like 3 separate songs, but I bet it's just one.
Okay.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Again, before my time. I'm not familiar. I wasn't even familiar with the CalSILS before today.
Well, you know about them now. I must say that I was planning on playing 90s country today, and somehow we got off on the association and the CalSILS.
Yeah.
So you never know what's going to happen. We do know that we have great guests that come in to the show.
Yay!
And we're so lucky to have great guests here on the Breakfast Show each and every day. And it's even, well, just serendipity to have our next guest on a Friday.
Uh-huh.
From Mid-Plains Community College. Is serendipity still a cool word?
I don't know, but it's really impressive that you even know it. So well done. It's a big word.
Hey, get your shingle shot, you'll be smart. Woo! I'm telling you, Casey, it just, boom, your arm gets sore and your brain clicks on.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
You don't have to take the over-the-counter drugs for your brain. Just get a shingle shot.
Shingles are no joke. You don't want to get those.
You don't want those.
No.
The second one seems to kick in your.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
I've heard that. My sister told me that the first one was bad. The second one was worse.
I thought the first one was really easy. The second one was a little bit more of feel a little punky from it, but it's worth it, man. Your brain lights up. You're not going to have red rashes all over your ribs and be miserable for 2 weeks or worse, because shingles are serious stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
You want to talk about the college?
What are we doing this morning?
I'm afraid that Mr. Purdy's listening, and we're probably going to be in trouble because we're not talking about the
maybe
Mid-Plains Community College.
Maybe you are worldwide.
Yes, we're online.
I do have a lot of fans
I know you do.
outside of the area that tend to listen, so
hopefully
better.
We haven't embarrassed you too much so far.
No, I love it. I love coming in when you just don't know. I was a few minutes late this morning because I had to run by the college and get everything unlocked and opened up and everybody settled in and you know what I realized as I was doing that.
What'd you realize?
Well, Pam has been gone this week.
Uh-huh.
She's been out on a trip this week. And I realized as I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off this morning, like every morning this week, that I miss her.
Yeah.
I miss her a lot. Because, we know how businesses operate. I mean, it's a team, right? You guys
exactly.
are a great team out here.
Mm-hmm.
But who's the quarterback?
Yeah. And
who keeps everything running like it's supposed to be and gets the phone answered and makes sure everybody's where they need to be.
And you miss that coordination.
That person that sits out front is so important to our businesses and how they run. Our administrative professionals.
Yes.
They've gone by a lot of names over the years. Secretary, assistant, bookkeeper,
receptionist.
There's another great one. Administrative professionals. They are integral and very, very important to what we do every day.
They are.
And when, and sometimes we don't always notice that until their absence, right?
Right.
So, Pam, please come back.
Pam, come back to the college.
Yes.
Please.
She'll be back. She'll be back on Monday. But I have breaking news.
Here on The Breakfast Show, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news.
Mm-hmm. Important announcement this morning. And I was pretty proud of that segue into what we're doing here. On March 23rd, April 23rd. We're beyond March.
April 23rd.
April 23rd. That happens to be Administrative Professionals Day.
That's right. I saw that the other day on the calendar.
That is a day that we celebrate those folks, those quarterbacks that keep our lives straight and our meetings organized and the coffee pot full, if that's what it takes, and customers really taken care of. And that's a day that we take to honor those folks. And because of that, Mid-Plains Community College is going to be hosting a celebration of our administrative professionals that day.
That is a great idea. How are you going to celebrate?
I am so excited for this, you guys. I have, hot off the press here, an invitation to our Administrative Professionals Day. This is going to be held. It says right on top of the invitation, you're cordially invited to a celebration of you. And that's really what this day is all about. On Wednesday, April 23rd, 2025, starting at 9 a.m., 9 to noon, we are going to be hosting a celebration of our administrative professionals. We have a keynote speaker that is coming in to talk about our well-being and our engagement in the office and how we work together. We have a couple of local breakout sessions that are going to be led by local speakers. I bet you know them.
Well, can you tell us today?
I sure can. Okay. Well, let me start with our keynote speaker.
Okay.
Our keynote speaker is a very, very accomplished professional by the name of Jamie Weingart. She comes to us from the Scotts Bluff area, and she has worked with teams around the area on leadership and engagement and really engaging your professional life. And so Jamie is going to be delivering our keynote speech that day. We are going to have 2 breakout sessions. One will be led by Betsy Smith from Nebraska State Bank.
Good choice.
You may know her.
Yes.
And the other one will be led by Deb McCaslin from the Broken Bow area.
Very good.
We have so many surprises and things packed into this day. It's just, I can't help but smile while I'm talking about it because it's just going to be really, as I keep saying, a celebration of those people that keep our businesses running. We have lunch that will be provided for these people. We have a coffee break planned, the essentials.
Yes.
Yes. We have gifts that folks will go home with. This is going to be, I'm so excited for this, guys.
What a great idea. And I'll tell you right now, our front office person will be there whether she wants to be or not.
Well,
because I think we need to do that as business people and say, listen, we can handle things for 3 hours on the 23rd of April so that you can go visit with other people that do what you do.
Exactly.
Because
that's
always great when you get together with people that have similar jobs. They're all going to be a little different, but it would be a great learning experience, show our appreciation for them. It's a great idea, Casey.
Well, thank you. I'm thrilled to be able to do this. And this has been such a fun project to work on. Everybody that I have talked to in the planning phases, they say the same thing. Oh my gosh, what a great idea.
Yeah.
I mean, we love to celebrate our administrative professionals, but sometimes it's, got to order some flowers real quick. And,
Yeah.
you know, I dare I say that some of the administrative professionals have ordered their own flowers, maybe.
Which would be a shock to some people, but not to people inside the building.
They know what they like.
That's what they do. They, as you say, quarterback things for us.
Yes.
That's a great idea. Is there a pre-registration? How does this work?
There sure is. So I was waiting for today to debut this.
Mm-hmm.
So as you can see, I have this envelope with this invitation inside. I'm going to be delivering these today. You guys are the first ones.
Well, thank you.
So I'm delivering these to you as supervisors so that you can present this to your professionals and invite them yourself. So
okay.
I'm going to be going around town today and handing out some invitations. But I want everyone to realize that if I happen to miss you or we don't connect in some way, this is open to anyone. This is not by invitation only.
Okay.
It's really first come, first serve. And that brings me to my next point. I wish that we had seating for 1,000. I really
probably
do.
Fill it.
Yes, I bet we could, but we don't. We have seating for 40. So I can take the first 40 RSVPs. Now there's a note in the invitations that tells you how to RSVP to the college and let us know who's planning on coming. But I can only take the first 40, and I just hate to have to limit it to a certain number, but that's we only have so much space.
Yeah.
So
Understand.
we've got to do that. But I'm so excited, you guys. This is going to be so much fun. And just, a day that we can give back and celebrate those folks that keep us all straight.
Yeah. I got a real good feeling this might become an annual event.
I hope so.
Get to the first one. If you can do this sooner than later, that would be recommended because, as you mentioned, you'll have room for 40.
Yes, yes.
April 23rd, 9 a.m. to 12 noon.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be a meal, prizes, all sorts of surprises and fun.
Yes, yep. You're going home with a gift bag for sure. So
very
excited. Thank you for letting me debut this on The Breakfast Show.
No, anytime. We love breaking news here on the Breakfast Show, but this is a good one. The face of your business is not really what it looks like on the outside. It's what is on the inside when they first walk in the door.
Absolutely.
And it's so important to have good people in that position. It makes all the difference.
It truly does. They're trustworthy. They're the folks that really speak for our businesses sometimes. And without that person there, if someone walks into an empty building, it can tweak that first impression just a little bit. So very excited.
Somebody there to welcome the person in is very important, and taking care of all the details that person comes in with. The list goes on and on. So I'm glad you're doing this and highlighting this. Thank you.
Absolutely. I will, as I said, I will be around to businesses today.
Okay.
The cost is $40 per person. And then, hopefully that will be covered by the business there as a gift.
Of course.
Instead of ordering their own flowers, maybe they can go and get a gift.
Yeah, or both.
Or both, yeah.
Yeah.
Come back to flowers. That'd be great, too.
Yeah, that would be. Casey, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks for breaking the news here on The Breakfast Show. Don't delay, folks. We all have good people at the front desk, and we have a chance here to give them an extra special day through Mid-Plains on April 23rd.
Yeah, and you can start calling. However, remember, Pam's gone, so nobody's there to answer the phone at the moment. But
leave
I'll
a
be
message,
back
right?
in about a half an hour or so.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Casey.
Thank you.
We'll take a time out with these words on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Building something big or just tackling a do-it-yourself project, whatever your vision, they've got the supplies you need to make it happen at Ansley Lumber and Supply. From lumber to paint, tools to hardware, Ansley Lumber and Supply has it all, with top-quality products at unbeatable prices. And with their friendly expert staff, you'll get the advice you need to get your job done right. Visit them today in downtown Ansley at Ansley Lumber and Supply. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30. Open Saturday, 8 until noon.
The 4-H and FFA programs were that foundation set for me to compete and get better all the time.
I was also introduced to topics like entrepreneurship and record keeping. All of those experiences grow lots of possibilities.
If you believe in developing the next generation, these programs are developing leaders for our community and our state.
Choice gas election has begun. Call 877-274-5710 by April 23rd to make your choice. Constellation is proud to support Nebraska 4-H and FFA.
Explore a career in broadcasting. Jobs in advertising, sales, news, sports, digital content, and more are available at the NBA Virtual Job Fair on now at broadcastersvirtualjobfair.com. See the kinds of jobs available, as well as specific positions here at KCNI KBBN. You can apply for jobs online. It's on now. Brought to you by KCNI KBBN at broadcastersvirtualjobfair.com. KCNI KBBN Radio is an equal opportunity employer.
At Pharmacy Chemical, we focus on one thing, crop protection, helping you find cost-effective solutions custom tailored to your operation. By prioritizing active ingredients, we work to provide options that fit your needs and budget. As an independent company, we source products and adjust programs based on what works best for your farm and spray program, because we know each one of you is unique. Pharmacy Chemical, precision crop protection, focusing on helping people. For all things crop protection, including excellent financing options, give us a call, 308-537-4412.
Is there anything better than getting rewarded? Let us ask you this. How many reward apps do you currently have on your phone? Are you 2 purchases away from that free coffee or maybe a sandwich? Well, maybe we have one last question. Are you being rewarded for spending? If you said no, we can help you change that. At Bruning Bank, we offer 4 levels of our Bruning Bank credit card so we can best match you with the credit card suited for your lifestyle. The best part? You earn rewards with every purchase. Give us a call today at 308-872-2757 or visit BruningBank.com to learn how you can make the most of your purchases. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show, and again, we appreciate that each and every day. Happy Friday to you. 60 hundredths rain that we measured at 7 o'clock this morning. Still some light moisture out there, and forecast maybe get some more. Things are looking pretty good out there today. Temperature right around 41, 42 degrees. Let me see. I had some paperwork here I had prepared for our next guest. Nope, not that one. Tumbleweed, that's a good one. Oh, yes, Custer Public Power District. Rick Nelson is here. He heads up Custer Public Power. Good morning, sir.
Well, good morning, Dave.
I'd like to talk
How
to
are you?
I'm on point. I'm a reporter now, buddy. This is journalism at its, well, I was going to say best, but that might be pushing a little bit.
Might be.
Now, I wanted to ask you about a lot of different things today, but one of those that I think maybe we could start with, and you have some paperwork with you as well, is letting folks know about the upcoming inspections that are coming with your contractor, SBS Inspections.
SBS, yes. So this is a company out of Colorado. They had some slots open up, so they called and said, if should we come in a little earlier this year than normal? It's the same company we've used for many years now. Mm-hmm. So let's just get this off the table. So there'll be a pickup, there'll be a side-by-side. The pickup will probably have Colorado plates on it. We're going to, like we do every year, we're going to put the Custer Power magnets on there. Hopefully people can identify them. It's always just a little spooky. You see a Colorado pickup driving down a gravel road.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know. And still be diligent if you see somebody, but if you see the Custer Power magnet on the side, maybe cut them some slack a little bit.
That'll be SBS Inspection.
So where are they going to be at, Dave?
Well, let's see here. Testing, I'm going to read through this a little further. Testing will include poles out of the Anderson, Gates, Halsey, Safranic, and Weinman substations, and a few out of the Callaway and Ocano substations, according to the notes I have. Does that match what you have?
So where are those substations at?
Well, let's see. Just by the names, Anderson. Now there's several different Andersons out there, so I'm not sure about that one. Gates speaks for itself. Halsey, Safranic, I would think would be in the Myrna area,
Yep.
and Weinman substations in the Arnold area. And then you've got
Yep.
your Callaway and O'Connell substations. So I'm not sure about the Andersons.
Anderson's up by Anselmo.
Okay, that Anderson. All right.
Yep.
Okay, so in those areas, when you see that pickup with Colorado plates, and hopefully you'll notice that they're also marked with your logo.
Yep.
Those are the guys. What are they doing? They're inspecting poles?
Poles.
Okay.
Yep. Ground line. So this is our annual pole inspection. So they're doing about 7,000 distribution poles. Somewhere around 30 transmission poles. By the way, they'll be at the Halsey Forest area around Halsey, but that also extends up to Purdom.
Okay, clear up to Purdom.
Yeah, did you say that?
I did not.
Oh.
Didn't show on my notes here. So I'm only as good as my notes.
Well, at least you can read your notes.
Well, some days. Ever since I got my shingles shot, I can. I'm sharper in attack.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. Go. Have you had a shingle shot?
Absolutely.
All right. That's why you're so darn smart.
Is that
That's one of the reasons. I guess you went to college too. I guess, but and studied electricity, but not. You really didn't come full blossom until you got your shingle shot.
And spent so much time on the radio.
Yeah, that's always educational.
So anyway, we're going to test about 7,000 poles. We do that annually. I like to think that maybe that's a reason why we don't have as many broken poles during some storms. But a wise man once told me that in any certain ice storm or windstorm or anything, you can go out and change all the poles out. You can build it $1 million a mile, and it only takes another 20 minutes to bring it down. So, with that said, during normal weather conditions, I think we're doing really good. And this is part of our preventative maintenance. And if you think back, so about 50 or 60% of our poles are from the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
And so we need to keep track of them and keep them tested. So what they're doing is they'll dig up around each pole. They'll look for any rot. If there's a little bit of rot, then they'll kind of shave that away. And then they'll wrap it and then fill it back in.
Okay.
So that's what their job is to do. And while they're out there, they're also adding ground rods because we have a hard time getting ground resistance in some of these soil types.
Yes.
And so we're adding ground rods whenever we can.
Okay. Sandy soil and that sort of thing makes it tougher, doesn't it?
Yep.
I have a side question, and it may not relate to this crew, but we've had too many fires in the last few years.
Right.
We've been fortunate compared to other parts of the country.
Yep.
But it's amazing to me, with all the fires we've had, I know you've had some damage, but not as much as maybe you would think with all the acres that have burned. What is there a treatment on the poles themselves that helps them resist fire, or we've just been lucky?
I think it's the latter.
Okay.
So a lot of these fires, some of the bigger ones, you think around Broken Bow, you think of a couple.
Yeah.
There are just not a lot of lines
in that area,
running through that area. And we had, I think we had a pole or two go up in that Sargent, Taylor area last couple weeks, I think. But, there just isn't a lot where it's been burning. So that's kind of a good thing.
Yeah, very good.
But there's a lot of areas where we do have poles, and so we need to kind
of keep our fingers crossed.
Boy, yeah. But so far, there just hasn't been services there, so it's not.
I think then we can transfer over a little bit to trees from this conversation, because I would think poles, big poles out in the open, grass area is one thing. Poles that run through or alongside of a shelter belt or in those areas, that's going to create more heat, do more damage. And then, of course, with that, you have the maintenance that I imagine is going to be underway very soon, if it hasn't started already, on trimming the trees.
Already been out there trimming. Yep.
Okay.
So we probably started 25, 30 years ago. Going to these shelter belts and seeing, is it worth cutting the trees or should we try to do something else? Mm-hmm. And so every year we try to go out and do, 1 or 2 longer shelter belts. If it's a mile long and we've got poles right along it. The poles were there probably in 50s or 60s, and the shelter belt was put in probably about the same time. Now all of a sudden, so we try to. I only want to spend so much money on trees, before we do something else, and so sometimes we'll put that in underground. We'll move it. We'll try to do some preventative stuff, but. We still spend quite a bit of money on trimming trees. I think Cindy and Jamie have been working on getting a tree contractor in for a couple of areas around, whether that's Callaway or Sargent or around Broken Bow. And so they'll be out there as well.
So if you see a crew cutting trimming some trees near power lines, it's most likely something that was planned between you and the contractor.
Right, and that contractor will be contacting landowners, and so
all right.
Hopefully the people around there kind of know what's going on a little bit. But
and in some cases, like in other situations, the landowner doesn't live there, and so you have those kind of situations too.
Yeah, that's a little harder.
Okay, so take me where you want to go here, but I was going to ask you about summer plans. I know we're getting ready to all prepare for reconstruction on the main drag through town here.
Boy.
That's going to be a challenge of our patience, but it will be worth it.
It will be.
And you're right on the highway there. So I assume.
Is it a bad thing that I remember when they did that the last time?
Well, that's a good and bad thing.
Oh, boy.
Mixed emotions about it.
They just did that a couple of years ago, didn't they?
It seems like it until you look at the road.
Oh, yeah.
We need it done. It really needs done. So that's probably going to make access to your location a little difficult at times, but I think they're going to do the very best they can.
Right.
One-lane traffic or diverting traffic. So kind of expect that. I guess also, what are your plans for summer on your own projects? You got some things out there that the crews are going to be doing?
So we have, part of what I just talked about are a couple of projects coming up that makes our life easier. It also, there's some loading conditions here and there. I believe the Safranic substation has a line that we're going to be hitting. I think the guys, I'm trying to think, may have got that staked and probably getting ready to head out there. So that's one of the major ones. There's a couple other lines we're still up taking care of some stuff up the Calamus. Other than that, we're going to be following the crews around. We have some poles to change out from last year's inspection, and so the guys will be working on that most of the summer.
Okay. All right.
And then when these get done, so typically the pole treaters come out in late summer, early fall, and they'll treat till the ground freezes, and then we'll come back the following year, or even in that January, February, March timeframe, and change out the poles. So we may have some poles being changed out from this year's inspection yet this fall.
Okay.
There's probably a couple of hundred out of the 6,000 or 7,000 that were tested that we'll be doing something with. And while we do that, Jason and his people go out and we'll take a look at the polls and see if we need to respan or recalculate some stuff. And so lots of good things happen when we're changing those polls out. Those are the major things we've got in the works. A couple of irrigation projects, that we're looking at. So
okay. So did you get everybody back home from the east end of the state?
Got them back home late last week.
Okay.
Had some issues with some fuel, but I won't go there. But no, they got back and got settled back in. I think they're feeling good to be back in our own service territory at this point. But
so. Look kind of rough for a while there. So
yeah. As far as I know, all of the districts out east got all the residentials on it at least, and so now they're working on getting some irrigation wells on, but they can handle that process. So yeah, our guys made it home, trying to get some trucks fixed up and get things going again, but they'll be hard at it here shortly.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of glad you mentioned getting the trucks fixed up. I sometimes think we forget, probably farmers and ranchers realize it more than city folk, but when you go out on jobs and things are tore up and things are rough, the equipment takes a bit of a beating, and there's maintenance for that too, isn't there?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Now,
so,
go ahead. Before I turn you loose to whatever you want to talk about, and it can be anything you want to talk about. We got plenty of time. I wanted to ask you, they're doing a planned power outage in Broken Bow Sunday, rebuilding some of the things. Is there anything with that Custer Public Power is involved in? So that's totally separate.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So you won't be involved in that.
I don't believe so.
Okay. Very good.
Right.
Hopefully they'll get that fixed back up as well. You go to a lot of meetings, Rick.
Yep.
And you spend some time down in what we call here on the Breakfast Shows Star City, down there with folks at the Capitol. And what's going on down there? What are you involved in on behalf of Custer Public Power? Have you been going to some political sessions and working with that some, or?
Well, I actually have been. We just got a bill through final reading and sitting at the governor's desk today that has to do with chartered service territories and a different way to calculate them, because there's some districts in the state that are by district, and so they have to divide that up by population, and when they do that, it's not quite, it doesn't really match where their load is at. Does that make sense? So anyway, we've got some changes, and that bill is on the governor's desk now. Hopefully it'll be signed, so
okay,
that's good.
All right.
What are you driving at, Dave?
I just was curious. I know that I don't know that people realize how many meetings Rick Nelson goes to in a year's time on behalf of Custer Public Power, and I think you represent some other entities as well.
Right. So I am. I have a seat at the table. I'm part of the Pacific Conflict Committee. There is a bill that passed that strengthens some things that we do with products coming out of China, coming out of there's 5 countries that we're worried about, And so there's some fun things happening there that I probably won't get into, but that's just part of what I do, and it's there's another half a dozen bills I could talk about.
It's pretty detailed, isn't it?
And then your eyes will roll back in your head, and it makes me nervous talking about that.
Well, let us know when they move forward and get passed. That's what we can talk about then.
Yeah, so there's a couple. One of them is LB 20, which has to do with generation behind the meter. So it can go up to 100 kW behind the meter, but you can't let anything come back onto our system. And so basically you want to generate only what you use, because then it doesn't get used
up. Yeah.
So you don't get the benefit from it. So that was passed early on and made it to the governor's desk and signed. There's another one that dealt with crypto mining.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So basically the introducer, Jacobson, wanted to make sure that Public Power had all the tools that we needed in order to either benefit from crypto mining or be able to not serve it because of several parameters that he put into place. But yeah, that's another bill that came across.
Do you think you would be as involved heading up a private company, private electric provider, as compared to a public provider? Does that just automatically open more doors that you walk through as a provider of electricity as a public power?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
For two reasons. One is public power only exists because it's in state statute. And so you only need 33 senators to vote for getting rid of Chapter 70, and then public power's out the door. Not that that's a... we like to think that public power is the best model in the United States, and I got to believe that it is. Otherwise, I wouldn't be touting it so much.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some others that may not think that, and so got to fight that. But with the regulations that come into play, there are a lot of other private entities that want to come in and, for lack of a better term, screw up our life a little bit. But
well, I think there's a lot of talk and effort right now for deregulations of all kinds. I was telling Brent yesterday I've been watching a lot of C-SPAN, and I had to chuckle with all of the chaos and all of the things that are going on right now. They were having a session on deregulating rules on walk-in freezers. Yeah. And I thought to myself, I imagine that's important, and there's probably a lobby effort for that. But right now, it just seems like we could be doing something else with some of the problems we're having.
Wow. So I'm extremely happy that I'm not the leader of the Walk-In Cooler Association of the United States. But I got to believe there's somebody out there that is.
So they're there.
Oh,
they were on the floor of the Senate. So
isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Speaking of chaos, right now I don't think anybody, with the tariff situation and everything that's happened the last few days, but if everything stays in place, it's pretty clear, we're not being political here, it's pretty clear that if these tariffs all stay in place and we get these battles going on between the United States and other countries, the price of materials of all kinds are going to go up. As a matter of fact, I'm going to scare you folks a little bit out there right now. For you beer drinkers, there's going to be a little problem. It's not the beer, it's the aluminum can that your beer comes from Canada. So I'd expect some increases in your beer sipping just because of the container is not made here; it's made in Canada. And
Right. How about the glass?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that works.
Might have to move to glass bottles.
Well, yeah, you could go to glass.
Tall necks.
Yeah, there's some things we can do, but I'm sure as every other business and every other entity out there, we're all scratching our heads, going, "What's going to go up, and are these going to be changed?" We don't know.
Yeah.
But you've talked about before, one of your main jobs is trying to maintain the budget in a sensible fashion and make sure that you're doing the best you can to keep your cost in check. Have you guys had discussions about that yet? This is fairly early, I guess, but.
So we are sitting really good with transformers and wire, and mainly on the wire side, both underground and overhead. So that's aluminum ACSR and then the underground. So we have a pretty good inventory of those. Wire's a big deal. Transformers are a big deal. I just noticed this morning that we have some older transformers that we brought in that we'll probably go through and either repair or decide whether it's worth repairing. And so I think we're Custer's in a really good spot from that aspect. When I need to start worrying about wood poles coming from a different country, then I got a problem. But I'm not exactly sure if the steel for the steel poles comes from the United States, but I would like to think it does, but it might not. So we'll see what happens.
That's kind of our test here now. If this stays the way is right now, we're going to learn a lot about where things come from, aren't we? I mean, and where they're made.
From a nefarious nation.
Wow,
that's a big word.
I was going to say, can you explain that term for us? Nefarious.
Please define that, would you?
That's a big word.
It is.
The governor said that to me once. I said, what are you talking about?
That's where you got the word from, huh?
No.
That's great.
We have been working as an industry, the public power, for at least from the rural distribution perspective for a couple of years, but from the larger generators, they have been FERC compliant for quite a while. And FERC compliant means that's the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission. And so they have a set of rules that they have to live by, and not buying product from those nations who have come up in this discussion before is one of them. And so the rural public power districts are having to and will fall underneath some of those same rules, and so we'll kind of see what happens there. But we've been working on that for quite a while. We'll see. Like you said, maybe we'll find out more. Yeah. Who knows?
Who knows? That's probably the best way to sum it up right now. Who
But
knows?
here is something that has really been turning our lives upside down. We sent out letters on yard lights. And if you got a letter, please return it.
Okay.
We are going on 3 years of talking about yard lights. And it's a major subject, and it's something that, we changed some policies about a year or two ago. Now we're trying to make sure that we get everything recorded correctly. And as always, and we're on this new kick now to get 911 addresses for every meter out there. That helps us, that helps the fire department, that helps everybody. So we're on that kick now. We're always looking for good phone numbers. I don't know what happens, but apparently phone numbers get wrong, and so we're always looking for good ones. So if we're calling you and we won't be asking you for your phone number, but hopefully you give it to us. We're looking for 911 addresses. I know internally we've been searching for those, and so we're trying to get those assigned. But the yard lights, if you got a letter, just return that letter in some fashion.
All right. Stockwells, still working on that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, that's a never-ending process.
All right. Did we cover everything? We are out of time, but then we are locally owned, homegrown radio station. We don't really care. We can do anything. We can do anything we want here, Rick. So
as you kick back, youth leadership camp is coming up July 21st through 25th. We'll take applications to the end of May probably. If you're in the 9th through 11th grade, get your name in.
Okay. Yeah, take a shot at it, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
That's it.
That's great.
That's all
Rick,
I got.
Thanks a lot for coming in.
Absolutely.
I got to tell you, man, I don't dress up much, but if I could dress up like you do, I'd dress up every day. Does that make any sense?
Kind of, sort of.
I'm glad you get it, Brent.
Well, 30 plus years.
Yeah, I get it.
Working with this guy. 20 years ago, I wouldn't have got it, but today I get it.
I get it. Yes. Oh,
Thanks,
that's
Rick.
funny. Yep. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
You bet.
Thanks a lot. News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News special report. Stocks down at the open after China announced retaliatory tariffs of 34% on all products imported from the U.S. Economist Gus Fauché.
Certainly there is the potential for kind of these tit-for-tat tariffs and things gradually get ratcheted up even higher. At some point, I would expect that U.S. exporters to China will start to complain to the Trump administration.
President Trump insisted on his Truth Social platform this morning his policies will, quote, never change. His administration's mass government layoffs, though, didn't seem to be a drag on jobs creation last month. Economist Stephen Juneau at Bank of America.
What they tell you is that the economy is still, fundamentally sound. We still have a relatively strong labor market. We added 228,000 non-farm payrolls, and a lot of that was in the private sector, 209,000 there.
Dow down 944, NASDAQ off 462 at the open. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it.
Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 to learn more. With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 new lines with autopay for well-qualified customers plus taxes, fees, and $35 per line connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Monsi Bolaños.
It was a close one in LA between the Warriors and the Lakers, but Golden State held on and won it 123-116. Steph Curry led the way with 37 points. In Miami, Ja Morant called game.
Now Morant with 8 seconds, 7 seconds, didn't hurt him. Go out where on Morant, 3 seconds. Morant into the paint, steps in, steps back, fade away at the buzzer. It rattles around and goes down. Ja Morant will send the Grizzlies off to Detroit with a last-second victory.
You just heard on the Grizzlies Radio Network. They edged the Heat 110-108 on that shot by Morant, who ended with 30 points. The Magic beat the Wizards 109-97 behind Paolo Banchero's 33 points, 18 rebounds, and 8 assists. On the ice, the Jets shut out the Golden Knights 4-0, and the Senators edged the Lightning 2-1.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Rain showers likely today, otherwise cloudy skies expected. Daytime highs approaching 46, southerly winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Mainly clear skies. Tonight, slight chance for mixed precipitation, lows level off around 19. High of 48 tomorrow, mainly clear skies. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Chapin's Furniture is so much more than a furniture store. Inside you'll find an amazing selection of home decor, jewelry, accessories, flooring, mattresses, and more. Truly a total home design store. Chapin's Furniture on the square in Broken Bow.
It is 9:06, and the temperature right now is at 43 under a cloudy sky. Pretty foggy out there, so please drive with care. Thanks to Rick Nelson for coming in, and enjoyed that conversation. Hope you got some information you can use there. Also, a big thank you to Casey from Mid-Plains Community College. Great idea there for a gathering for office personnel on April 23rd at the Mid-Plains. They've got room for 40 people. They're going to have a party, basically, and have a lunch and a guest speaker and all sorts of prizes and goodies that are going to be handed out to 40 lucky people who I think will be enjoying themselves on April 23rd. Now, before we continue on, we got a lot of work to do yet here on the show.
We do, yeah. We have got a lot of information to pass along yet.
I know a lot of people don't feel it's work, but it's our job.
That's right.
I'm a little bit baffled because the Partridge Family back in 1969 was on the TV, and I watched it occasionally when I was a kid. But you remember the characters' names better than I do. And the one
well, not the characters' names.
The actors.
The actors' names I'm kind of familiar with, at least who was in the show. But I'll be honest, I don't know if I've ever actually watched an episode of the Partridge Family.
Well, I would just say this. You know, sometimes when you go back and watch shows from the past, they seem silly now. And that show was somewhat silly then. So, yeah. I don't know. But Shirley Jones played the mother of the family. And I still believe that she may actually been the mother of the heartthrob, Cassidy.
Oh, the real-life mom?
Yeah.
Oh.
And can you remember the Cassidy, what's his first name? Sean?
Well, I was thinking Sean, but I wanted to say in the Partridge Family, maybe it was David.
David Cassidy.
Am I wrong on that? I don't know.
His dad was an actor, too.
Okay.
So that's what makes me think his dad was married to Shirley Jones at one time.
Ah.
But I may be totally confused on that. And if I look at my phone, my wife's probably already texted me. I haven't looked at it.
Do we go to Google?
Yeah, let's do that. It'd be kind of fun to solve the issue here.
And this whole thing got started by you playing. Who did you play? The Cowsills. That's how the Partridge Family conversation came about.
Because the Cowsills and the association, oddly enough, are going to be playing in Kearney on May 2nd.
Uh-huh.
Oh, this is from Joan.
Yeah, I think it's David Cassidy, I believe.
Let's see. Well, here's my. I think Joan. I remember that Hair was a Broadway musical. The song Hair that the Partridge Family did, or the Cowsills, was kind of a takeoff of that. That was kind of what was going on at the time, because Hair was a big Broadway musical, and several 60s songs came from it, Aquarius and some others, Morning Starshine, Easy to Be Hard, which I believe was never mind. Also, Let the Sunshine In came out of the musical Hair. Shirley Jones was the stepmother.
Oh, okay.
But was Shirley Jones the stepmother in real life or just on the show?
I don't know. But Shirley Jones just celebrated her birthday. Didn't you read that?
Yeah, it was 80
a few days ago.
Or 90.
Yeah, 90.
Yeah.
It says here, Shirley Jones, 90. Susan Day, who was on the show, later went on to star in L.A. Law.
She was the daughter. She was hot.
Yeah,
she was very hot.
She's 71.
Oh, my gosh.
It says here.
Well, she's my age.
I kind of forgot this. David Cassidy sadly passed away in 2017, it says.
Okay.
Danny Bonaducci.
The little brother.
Played on the Partridge Family, 65. So.
And Danny's been in a little trouble. They also did a shock jock radio show for a while.
Yeah. Says here, known for his radio and TV hosting now.
Oh, okay.
Danny Bonaducci.
Right. So David Cassidy, we don't know, but it's doubtful now that was actually Shirley Jones was probably not his mother in real life because she played the stepmother in the show. I'm so confused.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're going to take a break. See if we can get it together. Stay tuned. Moline Seed and Fence was founded by the Moline family in 2014 southwest of Callaway with a simple concept: to serve farmers and ranchers by providing quality fencing and livestock supplies. They continue to meet the demands of all livestock producers, providing watering and fencing products of all kinds, from barbed wire to hedge posts, creosote post pipes, and panels. Give Moline Seed and Fence a call and have their team help you lay out your next project. Call 308-529-0781 or visit them on their web at molineseedandfence.com.
Your friends at Varney Pharmacy in Broken Bow are proud to offer the products and service you love having on your side for the best experience possible. Leader brand products on their shelves offer great value compared to national brand equivalents, while also meeting or exceeding FDA quality standards. You can also shop a great variety of gift items and greeting cards at Varney Pharmacy. With their knowledgeable staff ready and waiting to help, Varney Pharmacy, located in downtown Broken Bow.
The Secret Garden is the perfect place to visit for unique finds, including antiques, handmade crafts, cards, candies, candles, Watkins, and more. Through the month of April, save 15% on items with pink, including your pre-orders on plants to pick up in May. Open 11:30 to 4:30 on Fridays and Saturdays from 8:30 until 4:30. The Secret Garden, just west of Myrna on Highway 92 and a half a mile north.
It is 9:13. Boy, time's getting away from us here.
Yeah, it is.
Very important conversations about the Partridge Family this morning that we're having on the breakfast show.
We got to get refocused, back on task.
Yes. We did talk about Custer Public Power District's project with Rick, and if you're just tuning in, they've contracted with SBS Inspection to inspect approximately 7,000 poles and transmission poles in different areas, including Anderson, Gates, Halsey, Safranic, and Weinman substations, and a few out of the Callaway and O'Connell substations. So what they want you to know is I think they're kind of here a little bit different time of the year, maybe starting earlier. So you may notice service vehicles of the contractors, including pickups and ATVs, in pastures and in fields as they treat and inspect poles. And they have been instructed to respect the customer's property, fences, and to reclose gates when they find them closed when they go in. This program has proven to help find weak links in the district system, resulting in fewer outages. So they'll be out there doing that. Inspections will continue and completed maybe after April or so. So they're going to post signs, put the magnetic signs on the rigs that are actually out of Colorado with this SBS inspection. So they'll identify themselves and hopefully communicate with you as best they can. But that's what's going to be taking place in the very near future.
If you go to Sand Hills Express and go to the employment page, you'll see a lot of job opportunities being posted right now, and we'll touch on a few of them here as we work through the rest of the show. Nebraska Department of Transportation has a great opportunity for a highway maintenance worker to join their team in Broken Bow. At the Nebraska Department of Transportation, they reward their employees' hard work with a friendly and supportive work environment that encourages creativity and innovation. They provide training and career development, advancement opportunities, ample paid time off, work-life balance, and a comprehensive benefits package, which includes a matching retirement contribution. Now, to apply for this job, you need to go online because an online state application must be completed. So go to this website, statejobs.nebraska.gov, G-O-V. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer.
It is time to party. It's Friday, and it's great to be alive. It's been our theme this morning. So go out and celebrate because there's live music coming to Sylvester's tonight. It's been over 2 months in the making. Wreck Jenny is coming to Sly's. They were scheduled in January, but that didn't happen, and the anticipation is led all the way to tonight. Wreck Jenny, covering your favorite rock songs from the 80s, 90s, and even some cuts from today. There is no cover charge to dance the night away tonight at Sylvester's, East Highway 2, Broken Bow. Wreck Jenny will be there from 9 until 1. So come in early, get a seat, and have some fun at Sylvester's at the quiet little place that continues to rock.
I'm going to stay with the job opportunities here for you. Broken Bow Golf Course is actively seeking some part-time staff for their clubhouse. They are looking for reliable individuals who are available, especially on weeknights and weekends, for a total of about 15 hours per week or so. Now, if you want to apply, applicants must be at least 19 years of age. So if you're interested, ready to join their team, contact one of these two people. One is Scott, and his number, 870-6081, or you can call Mo at 870-1406. Call them for an application or if you have any questions.
Let's go up to Dunning and talk about the Spur. This Saturday, April 5th, tomorrow, treat yourself to a mouth-watering ribeye steak. Boy, it's been a while since I've enjoyed a ribeye steak. Those are delicious. And there at the Spur, they perfectly grill them and serve with your choice of potato and fresh salad. They have a salad bar there that's always kept up and kept fresh. This is locally raised Sand Hills beef, bursting with flavor. You won't find a better steak around. The kitchen closes at 10 p.m. Call and make a reservation or stop in at 308-538-2251. That's the number to call ahead, or you can just drop in. But remember, the kitchen closes at 10, so you're going to want to get there, no later than 9 o'clock, I would think, 8:30 or so. They have also daily lunch specials and evening specials every Saturday at the Spur in Dunning. Come hungry and leave happy. The Spur in Dunning, right off Highway 2. What a nice road trip. Take off, enjoy the sand hills. They should be greening up a little bit now with this rain. And they've got more moisture up there lately than we have down here. So take a nice drive and take yourself to the Spur in Dunning.
This is exciting. We want to promote the opening of C&D Tack Shack, and it will be open 9 to 5 on April the 5th. This is at the community building in Berwyn, Nebraska. As we know, a lot of things happen in this area with horses. We think about high school rodeo season going to be getting underway here in just a few weeks, if it hasn't already, with some things like cutting and such. A lot of people are into roping, of course, in the area. And listen, horses are a big part of a lot of people within our listening area. And you have to have good tack. We know that. So we're excited about the opening of C&D Tack Shack, open 9 to 5, April 5th. This is at the community building in Berwyn. New and used saddles for adults and kids, breast collars and head stalls, halters, pads, western saddlery, rodeo drive tack. Going to be every other Saturday as they start. And they will start April 5th. They'll be open 9 to 5 at the community building in Berwyn. Going to have cookies, coffee, and tea to welcome you, and they encourage you to come and check things out. Make sure you enter their drawing for a breast collar and head stall set as well. So exciting stuff. Opening of C&D Tack Shack, open 9 to 5, April 5th at the Community Building in Berwyn.
OMG. That's phone talk for oh my goodness.
Oh, you're going to your cell phone.
Well, my wife texted me again.
Yeah?
Karen Joan Knight-Burney.
Okay. Is this about the Partridge Family?
Shirley Jones was the stepmother in real life and the show.
Oh, okay. Of David Cassidy.
Yes.
Ah, interesting. I wouldn't have known that.
I thought there was a connection there.
Yeah.
I really did. I'm going to celebrate.
Okay. You can play the Partridge Family?
I might go back and watch the Partridge Family tonight with my lovely wife, Joan.
Ah, there you go.
We'll hold hands.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go get some bubbly.
Oh.
A little champagne.
Where would you go to get that?
I think I'll go to the Whiskey Barrel, see Stan and the gang, maybe talk to Tina if she's there, Belinda. They're nice people, and they have everyday low prices there, so why wouldn't I not go there?
There you go.
And I don't know much about champagne, so I probably need a little help picking it out, and they'll do that. They'll kind of give you some advice as to what champagne is the most romantic while you watch the Partridge Family.
Huh.
I would say to, let's say Belinda, I'm going to watch the Partridge Family tonight with my wife, and I'm going to ask her to sit on the couch with me, and we're going to hold hands. And I think I'll have some green olives and cheese. What kind of champagne would go with that? And I think she could answer that. And I would say, what's one like you described at a fair price? I think I would get an answer there, and then I would pay up and say, I'll see you again next time because the service has been so splendid at the Whiskey Barrel, right between Subway and Vet Care, right across from Gateway Motors on Highway 2. Now, real quickly, with road work coming up on Highway 2 coming through town, on the Whiskey Barrel, you can get to the Whiskey Barrel by other ways. If you just go a block south, you can drive parallel to Highway 2 and make your way west towards town and avoid the highway. You'll be able to get in from the back of the Whiskey Barrel anytime during the construction.
All right. Sun Valley Landscaping. Spring is in the air.
Sun Valley Landscaping, Ansley, America.
Man, I think you just created a jingle.
Wow, I tell you, this
Jazz, if you're listening, here you go.
Jazz, I'll come down.
You could start every ad with that right there. It's catchy. It grabs your attention.
Oh, let's see.
Wow.
Don't dally. Stop into Sun Valley.
I love it. Wow. Your talents and your abilities amaze me on a daily basis.
Oh, stop.
Unbelievable.
Oh, just cut it out.
Sun Valley Landscaping in Ansley is planning their annual hanging basket workshops. These are popular. These workshops, I think they just did some for succulents. Now they've got their hanging basket workshop to get you ready for the spring. So take a listen. The first one's Sunday, April 6th, coming up very soon at 2. And then Monday evening, April 7th at 7. And Thursday evening, April 10th at 7 p.m. There's still some openings for them. So call in now, get registered. Call or maybe even text 308-325-7070. 308-325-7070. Each workshop is $45. Also, if you go to their Facebook page, you'll find this information as well. So make sure you follow them on Facebook. Sun Valley Landscaping in Ansley, excited to be opening their greenhouse for the season. Going to be opening April 14th, and we will be there that morning to help them open up. So be listening later in the month.
That's going to be fun. Very nice people. Got to meet them. They're very nice.
Hard-working, too.
Hard-working folks, you betcha. You remember Woodstock, and they was trying to feed 100,000 people. And they had this guy up on the tower, and he was trying to, and they said, get off the tower, man. hey, man, get off the tower. And they weren't listening. And then there was a part of the show that, what we have here is a failure to communicate. So I'd like to take that kind of a character and put it together with the Tumbleweed Cafe, with a little kind of maybe a slogan that we could maybe use for marketing. I got to think about this a minute. My shingle shot is kicking in here. If you got a family to feed, take them to the Tumbleweed.
Oh, I like that. That is a catchphrase if I ever heard one. Whew. Man, you're just on fire today.
Let's see. Now, what about somebody who doesn't want to take the whole family?
Someone who wants to get away from the family and go to the Tumbleweed.
If you want to avoid your family, go by yourself to the weed. The Tumbleweed Cafe. Oh, I'm sorry. They serve daily specials Monday through Friday for lunch. And don't forget about that Sunday buffet. That's a great way to feed the whole family at the Tumbleweed, is that Sunday buffet.
Yes, absolutely.
They also have the Wake and Bake Nook that's open Monday through Friday till 6 p.m. Each Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. until 11 a.m. you'll find delicious breakfast items, including burritos, sandwiches, cinnamon rolls, biscuits, and gravy, and more. Stop by their Wake and Bake Nook for a nice selection of casseroles to take home and pop in the oven. A great solution to those busy nights. Of course, they're still talking about it around town. The Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill on the west side of the Tumbleweed is open 7 days a week from 5 until 10, and later on during sports like track and baseball coming up and those sorts of things. Carmen will leave the grill on until she walks out the door. Nightly food specials, delicious sports bar food like cheese cigars, wings, clubhouse flatbreads, Cracker Jack fry baskets, and drinks await. The Tumbleweed's Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill, right alongside with Tumbleweed Cafe.
All right.
If you feel the need to feed, go to the Tumbleweed.
Oh, wow. You could be their spokesperson.
I'm sure Carmen would really enjoy that. We'll take a break.
Thanks for starting your day with us.
It's gonna be a good day.
Every morning. KCNI, KBBN Radio.
The Polaris Ranger is set up with all the comforts to keep you rolling from sun up to sundown. Agland ATV stocks their Polaris lineup with the machines that best suits the needs of the farmers and ranchers of central Nebraska. Our shop crew takes pride in providing you with the best service to take on the tough jobs day in and day out. Check out the 2025 lineups as you tackle your spring projects with Agland ATV and Broken Bow. Always wear a helmet, never drink and ride.
Online at aglandatv.net. Agland ATV, Broken Bow.
At Gothenburg Health, we understand that women's health is personal. That's why our clinic and specialty clinic offers comprehensive family practice, obstetric services, and an OBGYN specialist to support you in every stage of a woman's life. From routine exams and prenatal care to specialized treatments, our experienced providers and specialists are here to guide and care for you with the sensitivity you deserve. Schedule your appointment today and experience the difference. Gothenburg Health Clinic and Specialty Clinic, helping people live their best lives.
Remember the time you used to spend fighting weeds and bugs? Now you can spend that time elsewhere because aerial application is your best advantage against these problems. Let Aero Aviation take control.
When you need a helping hand to get the most from your land, Aero Aviation, let us take control.
For over 50 years, Aero Aviation has been serving the area. Contact Casey to schedule your aerial application this spring.
See how catchy that was?
Yeah.
Those jingles?
Telling
you, that thing you did for Sun Valley Landscaping, that could take off.
You know, if I could do that voice,
now the question is, can you remember what you said?
No, I won't be able to do that. But I think that particular character for the Tumbleweed should have like the bubble sound effects of a still bubbling in the background. You know, making some.
Maybe we could play the Dukes of Hazzard theme behind it there.
Yeah.
Just the good old boys.
A little moonshine, yeah. Gosh, we're going to run over, Jack. I just got to tell you that right now. We're going to visit you with Matt with Subway.
Sometimes we just, just get on fire, get on a roll on the show. And it's hard to close it out when you're creating art like we are today.
Yeah, the art is boiling out of this room. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep those doggies going. Rawhide. Oh, man, I like Rawhide.
Yeah, good show.
Gil Favor, what a stud.
Yeah. Clint Eastwood, I mean, let's face it, Rowdy Yates, Clint Eastwood, he's the one that really gained stardom coming out of that show. But my favorite character on it, it's a toss. Rowdy was good, but Gil, I'm with you on that. And I love Wishbone stole the show for me.
Was great. And his beans were something, man.
Yeah.
They loved his beans and coffee. Oh, I should have given you that, too.
Okay.
Sorry.
Hey, Dave.
What, Brent?
Another job here. City Cafe in Broken Bow is looking for a couple of servers. Duties would include waiting and bussing tables, some cashiering too. Hours would be 6 to 2, no weekends or evenings. So if you're interested, stop into the City Cafe on the west side of the square in Broken Bow for an application. And here's the biggest thing. You'd be working with Betty, one of the best cooks in town, and I don't think anybody would debate that. So City Cafe in Broken Bow, looking for a couple of servers. Again, the hours would be 6 to 2, no weekends, no evenings. Stop into the City Cafe on the west side of the square for an application.
Wow, I just discovered something.
Yeah?
I was going to play another association song.
Oh, uh-huh.
And they have a 5-song melody.
Oh, wow.
Where they blend them together.
Did you say melody or do you mean medley?
Medley.
Okay.
I don't know, whatever it is, where they put them together, Like overlap them, segue them. What did I say? What did I say?
I thought you said melody.
I probably did.
Yeah, medley.
Medley.
Yeah.
Well, I guess maybe I better get another shot.
Uh-oh, you getting another message?
I got a text. Have you been drinking the last couple mornings?
Oh, boy.
No, Tomcat.
Tomcat.
I think it's Tomcat.
Love that
guy. No, I have not been drinking.
I'm surprised he didn't ask you. I'm surprised he didn't ask you to play a Foreigner song.
He always does.
I know.
That's about Foreigner.
Just loves that group.
I'm going to flip over here. See, this screen, by the way,
yeah,
is touch screen.
Oh, wow, neat.
Yeah.
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah. Now I'm not sure that this is going to be right. Because it says the best of 50s and 60s oldies but goldies. It doesn't say association medley.
Nah. Well, hit the back button.
Well,
that could get you back to where you were. Is that what you're looking for?
Oh, there's a lady sleeping in a bed.
Oh,
wait, that's a commercial.
Another commercial. The skip button come up yet?
No, it just came
There
up.
you go.
Okay, we're just going to play one association. I don't trust that other one.
Okay.
Because it didn't list any of the association songs. Now, Jack, let's pretend that you're at a teen dance. And it's ladies' choice. And you're standing over there, and you're hoping that one of the ladies will ask you to dance. Now, I'm going to try not to be, I want to be politically correct here. So you look over there, and there's a whole line of lovely young ladies. Would you, first of all, you can just nod your head. Would you prefer a short girl or a tall girl, or one in between? Tall? What? A short girl? A tall girl? One in between. Okay. It's like, oh, let me give you a check. This would be a tall girl. In the middle would be a middle, and then the lower one would be the short girl. Okay.
Well, now that we got that clarified.
Okay, and would you want a girl to be blonde, brunette, or redhead? Wouldn't matter. Would it be best if she had hair? Okay. So let's just pretend that you're over there and you're a little nervous about it. I got to put another button here. And you're at the teen dance, and it's ladies and gentlemen, it's ladies' choice. And here she comes. Jack, I would just say this to you. When I was in that situation for Ladies' Choice, I honestly was happy if they made it over to my area and asked me to dance that they were breathing.
Now, here's my question. If someone came over to you on Ladies' Choice at the teen dance back in the day, asked you to dance, did you ever turn one of them down?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No, I would not do that. I enjoyed it, Ladies' Choice, and I enjoyed those memories that we made at the old Elks dance. It was a lot of fun. Now, you want to make some memories?
Sure.
All right.
Absolutely.
Subway in Broken Bow. Now, I know this is a big transition. I'm going to try to make the leap from one cliff to the next.
All right, this is called a segue, folks.
Yeah, this is either that or disaster. But think about how great it felt when you danced with a girl and you said, "Thank you very much. That was enjoyable. I really enjoyed dancing with you." Well, it can be that way with food as well. You could actually have a Subway sandwich, and after you finished it, go, "Thank you, sandwich."
Oh, yeah. Who hasn't fallen in love with a Subway sandwich?
I'm in love with you. I love you. I love you, Subway sandwich. Can we?
For me, it was the spicy Italian.
Can we get
I
back
just
together?
fell in love with it.
Can we get together soon? Maybe change up the sauce a little bit.
What are you doing next week?
Matt, can you help us?
Yes, I can.
Can you help us in other ways? Can you call up 911 and help us out?
I don't think I'll call 911.
How's things on your end?
Good. Getting ready to head to Broken Bow.
Oh,
great.
Well, sorry we missed you. Maybe we'll see you later.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I'll be working at the store.
Okay.
You're going to make sandwiches, or are you doing
Yep.
stuff behind the scenes?
Well, probably a little bit of both.
I see.
Okay.
But I'm actually working an 11 to 8 shift there.
Oh, wow.
11 to 8. That's a long shift. Hey,
Yeah.
Matt. Now, I know if you're not in town all the time, but I know you talk with the folks here, and you come up just like today. There's construction that's going to be taking place on Highway 2 through the main part of town. Major construction. It's going to be quite a project. It needs to be done, but it's going to be a long summer. But I do know that people can get to the subway. We was talking about Whiskey Barrel earlier. You can get to the back of Whiskey Barrel off. You don't have to be on Highway 2 to get to the Whiskey Barrel or to Subway. You can come in from the back side, right?
Right, and those orange cones, they're just there for decoration. You can run them over.
Oh. Well, I'm going to step back on that, but I just think it's going to be fairly easy to get to you guys during construction if you don't want to go through the one-lane traffic and all of that. Because
yeah, everybody just needs to be careful and drive through the construction, and it'll pass. I deal with construction a lot, so.
I bet you do traveling.
Yeah, because I think right now they have going from Elm Creek to Odessa on the interstate is head-on traffic.
Okay, so that's what's going to
I
happen
see.
this summer.
Yep, our state flower is out. The orange cones.
The orange cones are coming. All right,
Yep.
all right. So you're coming here, going to make some sandwiches. What do you think you're going to make the most of?
Well, I'm hoping everybody comes in and tries the new nachos.
Okay, so that was going to be one of my questions. So you're serving them now.
Yes, we are. We are serving. We have a chicken nacho and a steak nacho. It's under like a snack item. We take a bag of chips. We put some cheddar cheese on it, some shredded cheese, chicken or steak, onion, tomato, jalapeno, and I believe Southwest sauce.
That sounds delicious.
Yep.
Good.
I like to add a little sriracha to mine to make it a little spicier. But yeah, they are good.
Now, you say that's under the snack category. Can you think that could be a meal?
Yeah, it could be. Probably want to eat. I'd want to eat 2 or 3. But
Maybe
yeah, to some people it could be a meal.
Okay. Otherwise, get yourself a sandwich and have that alongside. That sounds great.
Right, and then we also, I believe, the new honey sauce is out also.
Okay. Always something new. That's fantastic. That sounds even good for breakfast. But speaking of breakfast, people need to remind themselves quick, handy, and economic breakfast at Subway.
Yes, we have I believe we still have a combo where you can come in and get a 6-inch breakfast sandwich and a small drink, and I believe it's under $6.
It's a good price.
I think that's right in like Christie's wheelhouse, who are our salesperson here. At $6 a piece times, it would only be like less than $40 to feed all of us.
Yeah, good idea.
And the best thing is if you download the app and you spend that $40, you're going to get $2 back as a reward for shopping at Subway.
Nice.
That's worth the effort there too. All right. So you're coming up. You're going to serve some sandwiches. Going to fix some things.
Yep, most likely fix some things because I can't ever be at a store and not fix something.
You'll find something that needs a little maintenance, I'm sure.
Yep.
So we are.
Yeah, I'm there to work. I'm covering Teresa's shift, so I will be there all day.
Okay. Well, it'll be a chance for folks to say howdy to you. I mean, after all, you're an owner-operator, so they could thank you for, I would hope they would thank you for having a Subway here in town. Everybody loves it.
Yeah, I've actually this week I've been up there 2 other days, and I've met a lot of people. So, yeah, it's been fun because I'm not used to making sandwiches, but I've been up, I think it was Tuesday, I was there for 5 hours making sandwiches, and then Wednesday I was there for 9 hours making sandwiches. So, yeah, it was a good time.
Good. Very good. All right. Let's talk a little bit about, well, if you're working, it might mean that you're a little bit short on help. You want to put a call out there for some folks to come and apply?
Oh, yeah, we are hiring. We've been getting people hired. Teresa's a little under the weather, so I'm covering for her.
Okay. Oh, darn it. All right. Well, just to stop by and get an application. You can also apply online, I think.
Yes, you can. It's mysubwaycareers.com.
All right. Matt, is there anything else that you wanted to mention today that we didn't talk about?
Drive safe through the construction, and we'll see you at Subway.
All right. Thanks, Matt.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right. Matt will be here today. Chance to thank him for running a great store here in Custer County and Broken Bow. Do we take care of everything?
I think so. Yeah, just a quick reminder, we will have Husker sports for you over the weekend. The Nebraska men's basketball team playing in the semifinals tomorrow of the inaugural Crown basketball tournament in Vegas. They'll take on Boise State in the semis, and we'll broadcast the game on KBBN 95.3 FM with coverage on the network beginning at 11:30. That's on Saturday. And then on Sunday, if Nebraska wins Saturday, then they'll play in the championship game of the tournament on Sunday. So if that happens, we'll have Nebraska basketball on Sunday afternoon with airtime around 3:30. But if the Huskers, hopefully they won't, but if they don't get through the semifinals, on Sunday we will do Husker baseball for you with coverage starting at 11:30 as Nebraska takes on Rutgers this weekend. So Saturday, Nebraska men's basketball. Sunday, either baseball or basketball.
All right. And I'm anxious to find out now that Kent Pavelka's been in the Sin City for a while.
About a week.
If he's adapting to that and starting to like Vegas.
Maybe.
You'll find out on the pregame show.
There you go.
Well, we've been talking a little bit this morning about lots of different things, including Woodstock. And the first song out of the gate here on KBBN is going to be Richie Havens, along with Bill Perry, with a song called No Expectations, which I believe they performed at Woodstock.
Oh.
A great song. Really cool song. Especially for folks who wanted to be hippies. Jack, you're going to play some country over there? And I don't want to hear any more of that bro country. If I hear a bro country song, I'm going to come in there and twist your hat.
I think the first song he should play is Old Hippie by the Bellamy Brothers. That's what I think he should play coming out of the breakfast show.
Hey, folks, thanks for joining us each and every day. We appreciate it. Also, I'd like to send out just a gift of love to my wife.
Nice.
Joan Knight. She's been putting up with me for many years, and I think you can tell today, folks, that she has her hands full on particular days. And so, Joan, thank you very much. You want to say hi to Shelley?
Absolutely. Yeah. Hi, Shelley. My wife.
Hi, Shelley. Thanks for being a good neighbor.
Yeah.
Jack did mention to me, one last thing here. He mentioned to me this morning that, in 29 days or 39 days? 39 days, Jack will have been here 1 year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
39 days.
Yeah. And Jack, and if you are looking for romance, my wife met somebody in the grocery store who said you sound like you're a nice guy, and they have a granddaughter that you should meet.
Oh,
yeah,
that's nice.
But they did say he better be ready because she's a firecracker. Think about it.
See you, Dave.
So long.